Mark 15, 42 through 47. It was already getting toward evening, and it was the day of preparation, that is, the day before the Sabbath. Joseph of Arimathea, a reputable member of the council who was himself eagerly awaiting God's kingdom, took his courage in both hands, went to Pilate, and requested the body of Jesus. Pilate was surprised that he was already dead. He summoned the centurion and asked whether he had been dead for some time. When he learned the facts from the centurion, he conceded the body to Joseph. So Joseph bought a linen cloth, took the body down, wrapped it in the cloth, and laid it in a tomb cut out of the rock. He rolled a stone against the door of the tomb. Mary Magdalene and Mary, the mother of Joseph, saw where he was buried. Nobody was going around that first Holy Saturday saying, "Never mind, in a couple of days he'll be back." If they could say anything at all, through their tears and the cold, hard fear that must have gripped them all, it will have been to express a baffled hopelessness. How could they have been so wrong as to think of Jesus as Messiah? Surely they couldn't have been wrong. Nobody had ever done things like that. Nobody had ever spoken like that. Nobody had ever loved like that. But they must have been wrong. He died. They crucified him. That doesn't happen to God's Messiah. And so on, round and round the miserable tracks. Meanwhile, one brave man does what one brave man can do. Joseph of Arimathea uses his official status as a council member in the service of his unofficial status as a kingdom sympathizer. He does for Jesus what gentle friendship can still do. The two Marys see where Jesus is buried. There's a sense of sad quietness about it all. Yes, like the sad quietness in so many human tragedies and injustices. Holy Saturday gives us a particular kind of space if we're prepared to take it amid what is often a busy weekend. Holy Saturday offers at least a small moment in which the terrible, blinding truth of Good Friday can sink down into our bones and bloodstream and enable us to make it our own, rather than blundering on as though it hadn't quite happened. Holy Saturday can be the moment, if we will let it, when the warm clay of our lives, which has been stamped with the cross on Good Friday, sets firm, so that we become people of the cross, people who see the world in the light of the cross, people who, like Paul, have been crucified with the Messiah, so that the life we now live is not our own, but his. Like Joseph, we have to take our courage in both hands if we are to do so. But this is the only way to go. We cannot be Easter people if we are not first Good Friday people and then Holy Saturday people too. Lord, join our hearts with those of the first disciples. Let us consider how they must have felt on this day after your death and burial. Oh, and Lord, thank you that Sunday's coming.